Yeah, I'm pretty sure I created the worst character possible.
What'd you make?
He is an Air Genasi Warlock.
Oh, I like Genasis.
Hell yeah. I made a fucking fire genasi, my guy.
Oh my gosh.
So we need an Earth Genasi. We could be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
It's welcome to a new side adventure for Idiots Rolling Dice. I am your dungeon master, once again, Mimic the Idiot. I'm here joined by most of our beloved heroes, and we are going to be doing something new tonight. So it's Jimmy's birthday. Happy birthday, Jimmy! Our lovey boy Jade.
He's partying.
Yeah, he's celebrating with some friends, but we don't want to really continue the main campaign with him, and we've noticed, sometimes we have scheduling conflicts and stuff. So I've come up with an idea that will allow us to join in with, just join in a side campaign for when not everybody's here, and it would flows well even with people missing weeks and stuff. So welcome, one and all, to Monster Hunters Wanted. 2 decades after a famine decimated the population of the country Verakia, the once grand and proud country is still recovering from the after effects. What had once been the world's shining example of art, science, magic, and culture is still devastated from the loss of nearly 30% of its population over 5 years, with many of the once fruitful farmlands and still not fully recovering. Additionally, with so many fewer people, the wildlife and outcasts, other creatures outside the population, has retaken much of the land, with much of the traditional military forces assigned to protecting the remaining metropolitan areas. Those residing in smaller towns were left to deal with the many creatures themselves. This did not go well, and eventually the High Queen began a program that funded independent monster hunters to go out and hunt down these creatures almost like bounty hunters. For now, the last 12 years, monster hunters have been roaming the lands working to safeguard the citizens. Some come from prestigious training academies, others from nothing at all, but all have an incredible sense of adventure. So, I'm going to introduce our cast, and I would like you just to give us the name of your character you're going to play today. First up, as always, Miss Daisy Cakes.
Hi, everybody. I'm nice and comfy in my pillow suit today, so I'm happy. I am going to be playing a character named Miss Faris, and she is a half-orc barbarian, badass as they come, and not afraid of anything, won't flinch, and I'm excited to maybe see how this new voice I'm thinking is going to go.
Woohoo! Next up today, Mr. Play to Fool.
Hello, I'm Play to Fool. I am playing a character named Zephyr. He is a Air Genasi Warlock, and just trying something new out, see what I can do with him.
Perfect. That's
Probably
what
gonna get smashed.
Maybe, possibly.
Not in a good way.
Well, that's the beauty of this campaign, is you don't have to be married to a character for a whole time. And next up tonight, or last up tonight, we have Mr. Vex.
Was up, yo. Let's see, where do I start with this boy, this fire genasi boy Quinn? He's spicy, that's all I have to say.
He's a spicy fire genasi?
He's a spicy fire genasi.
Is he like a jalapeno genasi, or is he more like habanero?
Let's go with a green jalapeno.
Okay. So spicy, but
He's spicy.
He's spicy, but he's got a soft side.
okay.
After meat.
I mean, he's a cleric, so he kind of has to have that little bit of a softy side.
A little bit. So quick, just rundown of some of this world. It's going to be a very high fantasy, high magic campaign, or little side quest adventures. And all our heroes are going to be different monster hunters with their own little backstories and stuff, as we'll flesh out more throughout the campaign. And yeah, so it should be fun. There's going to be a lot of stuff. And basically, every time we have to play this, I'm going to pick a very hard monster and try to kill them all. That's the goal. So, rumors of a massive contract, 5,000 gold, have been swirling around this area for a long time. And you all know that could be a very big score, almost 10 times the scores that you normally get, even for the ones you pull solo. So all of you, through different means, have begun to head to the small village of Donaldson. It's a very small village, roughly 10-ish houses, that's on the edge of a thick forest, with a massive river raging through the forest. How is everybody going to get there? We'll start in reverse order. Quinn, you've been hearing about this big contract. Nobody really knows what the monster is yet. There have been some rumors, but nothing confirmed. How are you making your way to the small village of Donaldson?
Probably just setting foot. I mean, Quinn used to be just like a regular watchman for like a little town. I was part of the army, and he found monster hunting paid a lot better. Way much better than his shitty ass fucking post. And he was just like, alright, bet, I'm just gonna go fucking travel around and hunt some monsters. So
alright.
he's gotten a little cocky over the years, hunting some monsters down.
So Quinn, you've been monster hunting for a few years, and you're now, roughly a mile outside of the village. You are walking next to the big forest area. Go ahead and make a perception check.
1.
You notice that
Daddy
that's a great first roll of this side quest. So what you notice is that, wow, this forest is super thick. Like, these trees are so tightly compact, and that river is fucking loud. Like, you couldn't hear anything over that river, and you guys you're not even very close to it. But you walk along this road, and closer over pretty close in your vision now, you're only about a mile away. You see the small village and begin your last little quest. Play.
He's sitting there like scratching his head like, dude, this is fucking loud.
Play. How do you think your character is getting to the village?
Well, Zephyr he was a thief by trade until he gambled and won the title of Warlock and the ability to cast magic. He's basically in anything that will make him money, no matter what the cost. He just wants as much money as he could possibly get. So if he hears 10 times what they normally make, he's all in.
How are you making your way to the city?
Any way possible, by hook, by crook, stealing wagons. He's just as fast as he possibly can to get to be first to get to this possible 5,000 gold pieces.
So you are currently piloting a covered wagon. There is a large tear through the back cloth. It's being pulled by 2 horses, and you're just making your way. You have done your best to cover out the bloodstains, or clean up the bloodstains from the person that you stabbed and took this wagon from. But you seem to be doing fine. Go ahead and make a little investigation check on the wagon.
Investigation is going to be 15.
15. So what you find in the back is that there's roughly 3 days of provisions, kind of food-wise. You do find a small patch of 25, a little small coin purse of 25 gold. And it's a pretty nice little haul. But you do notice with your 15 investigation check, you missed a pretty big spot of blood, and you come crossing from the other side of the town towards this village, and you're there's like 2 very small farms that kind of exist on the outskirts, and you notice that the farmers kind of like take a look at your wagon and kind of give you some glaring looks as you come into town. Lastly, Miss Daisy, what are you doing? How are you feeling?
Let's see. So I would just be walking pretty much. I don't really feel the need to go in any other place but just walking by. Everywhere I go, I am welcomed. I am known as a great warrior that's taken out some pretty amazing beasts. So I don't really have to worry too much about anybody messing with me. So I just walk my way through. I found out about the reward, I guess, that I'm gonna win, and I wanted to fight the monsters. So I'm making my way over, just walking on through.
So, Miss Ferris, you kind of come to the town first. Go ahead and give me either perception or insight as you kind of make your way into the town.
So 12 insight.
12 insight. So the one thing you almost always know is when you come to a small town like this, they have a bounty board somewhere that should explain a bit of the monster. It's either on the main street of the town or in the bar area. You've passed through Donaldson before on your adventures. It's not the first time that they've had a monster, but this is definitely the biggest reward that is going around. You don't get that much with the 12 insight, but you do see, like, it's kind of an overcast day, and the people in town seem relatively downtrodden. It seems much less lively than it would normally be at this time of day.
I don't see too many people around here. But, oh, I do see the board. Oh, it's a big boy. Or girl. But I can get it. I'm not worried. And I kind of just turn around, kind of snatching the paper, stick it in my bag, and keep on walking.
So you notice that the bounty board is like on the outside of the bar. So you go up and you pull off the wanted poster. It has very, very sparing details for what seems to be going on. It just says that people have been going missing in the forest by the river. And that's all that's available on the sheet, but you do know that you usually get more information talking to people versus just reading the sheet. It's at this time that Quinn and Zephyr, you guys both make your way into town, and you kind of all meet here on the outside of this little tavern area in the small town.
Quinn is just sitting there whistling to himself as he walks through town. Just whistling a tune that he heard from a bard.
I'm sitting and sharpening one of my daggers. I have a dagger that is slightly angled because it's, had a lot of damage done and broken, but still gets the job done, so I keep her nice and sharp.
And I would say you all probably have been in this game for a little bit. You all probably have at least a passing knowledge of each other. How well you know each other is kind of going to be up to you.
Quinn is just sitting there whistling and he hears like the sharpening of some blades. Puts down his shield and kind of sticks into the ground and leans on it and goes, "Well, look who we got here."
Good to see you, Quinn.
Didn't expect you to come. Oh, shouldn't have said expected. I would say surprised.
You should know better by now. You know I'm gonna get that prize.
I don't think so.
We'll see about that.
He kind of just sits there and just leans against his shield and goes, "So, where's the paper? I see it's not on the board."
You're a good monster hunter. You won't need it.
Oh, I mean, you get a little bit of details on where it was last sighted. you know, sometimes parchments can always give me some of that detail.
Well, normally I wouldn't be like this, but you know, it is a pretty big pot. There's a chance maybe we can help each other out.
You splitting? That's a first.
I mean,
Was your pride broken last time you went out?
no, just I've gotten better at figuring out who is not going to make it back. Then I don't have to worry about splitting it at all.
Oh, you think I'm not gonna make it back? I think you should watch your back out there, you know?
Like I said, if you're a good enough monster hunter, you don't need the information. You just talk to the locals. You know, if you were like me, where everyone knows me, then you wouldn't have to worry. Everyone will tell you what to look for.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've been around probably just as much as you have, maybe a little bit less time. At least from where I come from, nobody knows who you are.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? They're missing out.
I think they're just fine.
Zephyr, you kind of roll into town, and you see these two kind of... I don't think they've spotted you yet, but you see these two kind of arguing back and forth.
Well, I was gonna say Zephyr doesn't roll into town. Zephyr comes screaming in full speed, just yelling, "Watch out!" Grabs the provisions out of the back of the wagon and jumps.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Are we gonna have to
Actually,
dodge?
give me 2.
Two dexterity saving throws?
Yeah. I want one for the cart. You can use your dexterity for that.
Okay. This is not gonna end well because I have 0 in dex.
You could roll good on the dice.
3 on the first.
All right.
Or not.
And 9 on the second.
Okay. So, Zephyr, you realize these horses are not responding to you. They've kind of been fighting you the whole way in, but they've been mostly just going. And then a dog runs out by the farms you were passing and starts barking at the horses, and the horses just fucking take off into the center of town. You eventually just say, fuck it, grab the shit out of the back, and tumble, taking... I'll use this dice. Taking 5 points of damage as you fucking just, you like roll out and you realize that you land right on a rock, crunching your shoulder, and the horses sprint off. I guess my question would be, do you think you were trying to aim the horses towards these two who were arguing, or just wherever the horses were going?
Just wherever they were going.
Okay, so wherever the horses were going is continuing on the road. They take off. The wagon breaks off from the horses trailer, and the horses end up just galloping off, and the wagon comes sliding, tumbling kind of on the muddy road into the side of somebody's house, just shattering and like taking out a chunk of wall there. And these rocks tumble and the horses gallop away. And somebody comes down and is like, "Hey, what the fuck? Who did this to my house?"
Quinn is just like, yikes.
Oh.
Zephyr just gets up, dusts himself off in his rogue wagon. I don't know who was driving it, and starts walking off.
Give me a deception check.
30-20.
20. I have to roll for this. I can't let you get away with that. Apparently I can. I just rolled in that one. So the person's like, of course, this happens. Like, first, my fucking wife and daughter get taken in the goddamn forest, and now a cart crashes into my house. I don't think anybody's had a worse month than me. You see them just slam the door, go back inside, and you just hear like weeping coming from inside the house.
Why use the door when the wall's open?
Part of the wall's still up. You notice that ruckus not only drew all eyes towards you, Zephyr, but brought several people out of the house, like out of their houses, and some like there's this thick, stout, barrel-chested man with a thick, heavy beard, steps out of the in an apron, steps out of the bar, and is like, "Now, what the fuck is going on out here?"
I'm just coming for a contract.
Are you all monster hunters?
No.
Then you here for a drink? You like what? You here a fisher? You need a fishing like work? What are you here for?
Well,
I was here for a drink.
Perfect. I got lots inside.
Awesome. Quinn just heads inside.
all right. I guess I'll go and help. And I kind of just like walk over to the guy's house with the cart. I'm super strong, so I just like kind of start yanking it out. So at least, he doesn't have a cart in his house.
Give me a strength check. I'll let you use strength for this.
Nat 20.
So Miss Ferris, you see like this cart has broken against the house, like bricks have been like shaken in. You don't really know the physics of what's like holding this house up. You can tell doesn't look very sturdy, but you're just like, fuck it, and you just like grab like the crux of this cart, tattered like curtain and stuff, just rip it out, and like somehow perfectly the pressure of the bricks on the cart like ripped out this piece of wood, so the house is now perfectly supported, but all like the debris from the cart has been like pulled away out into the wood and stuff. You still hear the guy is just bawling his eyes out inside.
I can't do anything about his emotional state. All I can do is fix certain parts of it. And when others wreck someone else's house, not cool. Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm over this. I need to find out some more information so I can go and get this monster and get this prize for myself.
Okay. So Quinn, you're the first one into the bar. You see this thick man come back in. I was like, all right, what can I get you, sir?
Information.
You said you want a drink. If you want
I'll take a
information,
drink no
you're
matter
gonna have
what.
to-
I'll take a drink no matter what.
All right, well, then we'll start with that, and then we can talk about information, maybe based on, how nice of a drink you buy.
I toss 5 gold coins at him.
He gets you like a pint of ale. He's like, all right, what do you want to know?
Where's this monster?
I thought you said you wasn't a monster hunter, bro.
I just don't want to deal with that mess.
I guess that's fair enough. But I mean, things like that mess have been happening around here lately. So like was posted on that parchment outside, this monster's been taking people in the woods near the river. I guess loggers and fishers and people who've been running in there. That's about all we know. I mean, there's been some remains found. But I'll be honest with y'all, I don't do too well with human bones, so I don't know that much about them.
Quinn just downs the ale, puts it back down, tosses 5 more gold at him.
Gets you another gold. It's like, as he's pouring the ale, he's like, I guess I could tell you what I heard about those bones, though.
Please.
I heard, can't confirm, that on all but one of the remains that were found, the skulls were missing, and they've all been found kind of near a rocky cliff bank by by big turn in the river. So,
Did you guys bury the bones, or are they still out there?
that's up to the families of the people who disappeared. So I mean, that fella who had his house just ran into. He had his wife and his little girl go missing. They assume some of the bones they found were theirs, so you might ask him what he did with the bones.
Alright. Thanks, old man. Tosses 5 more gold at him.
You want another one, or you good?
I'm good. That's for you.
Thank you, sir. What are the other two of you doing?
I was going to actually say I was gonna go into the house and talk to that guy because his wife and his kid went missing. If we
Alright.
talk to him, maybe he can tell us if he was there or if he, what he saw beforehand or what he thinks might have happened if he heard anything.
Okay. And Zephyr, what do you think you're gonna do?
Well, since Zephyr doesn't know that the bounty is off the board right now, he's standing at the bounty board frantically looking through all the parchments, going like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here.
You see like some small like errand stuff and work. Go ahead and make a perception check or investigation, whichever you prefer.
Okay. 18.
So you see kind of at the bottom center of the board, there is a very distinct area where there's like clearly a difference in color of the board and what looks to be like just a corner of parchment. What you can kind of surmise is that this piece of paper was recently torn off the board, which is right outside the bar. You do see, like I said, you might not know these people personally, but you do see 2 other people you know to be monster hunters in the village.
I come walking out of the bar.
Mm-hmm. And Quinn comes walking out of the bar right next to you.
And so Zephyr just yells over, "Yo, Quinn, you take this?"
Huh? Who the fuck are you?
It's Zephyr. You know me.
Never seen you in my life. Cord just starts walking away towards the bank that he heard where the bones were.
Okay. We'll go to Miss Ferris right now. How do you like knock to enter the house, or do you just open the door, or you shout through the hole in the wall?
Yeah, I was just gonna shout through the hole in the wall. I know you're having a a tough time, but I need to ask you questions if you can.
Yes, I owe you for fixing my house. Sort of. It's not fixed, it's just not covered in trash anymore. Yeah, you can come in. Door's unlocked.
Okay. I walk around and open the door and come in.
Holy shit, you're tall.
Yeah. Sorry. It's kind of small in here too.
Well, I didn't. Whatever. What do you need to ask me?
Your wife and daughter. What happened that day? Were you with them? Was this at night, in the daytime? Can you tell me about what happened or anything that you know?
It wasn't the same day. My daughter was one of the first to disappear from the city. This village. There's like rotating crews of loggers and fishermen that come into the woods and forests, so I don't know if somebody from them disappeared first, but from people in the village, my daughter, she loved to play in the woods, and one day she didn't come back. We went out with the crew, couldn't find her, and my wife went distraught. And eventually, one night she snuck out while I was sleeping, and she went into the woods too. We found, a couple sets of bones by the river. One was definitely child-sized. One, we just kind of guessed whose bones were whose, but we figured at this point that both my wife and daughter were gone.
I'm very sorry that happened to you, but part of why I'm here is to defeat the monster that has been plaguing the village. And I will make sure that it's done.
I
always
appreciate
do.
that.
Do you know anything? Was there anything weird about the bones? Were they... I know it's kind of a hard question, but was there anything distinct about teeth marks? Did anybody look at them? Are they...
I mean, I can tell you distinct wise, all but one of the sets of bones that were found was missing a skull, and the one that we did find a skull, was basically like a pretty large hole in like the top of it, like that had either been bashed in or stabbed in. I don't know.
And the bones were all found together?
Not on the same day, and roughly the same area, but not exactly. I mean, it looked like there was no other like signs of like clothes or body parts where they were found, so like it almost looked like the bones were just dumped.
And where... you said they were found where on the river?
So if you go into the forest, follow the river to the north, there eventually comes a big sharp turn, and there's a rocky, like high cliff face almost. It's not like a cliff, but it's a 15-20 foot drop from the highest part of the cliff into the water, and they were all found around there.
All right. Well, I appreciate you speaking with me, and once again, I'm very sorry for your loss.
I mean, I think it's time to leave this fucking town. Family's dead, house is broken. Who needs this shit anymore?
No. There's always an opportunity to create a new you.
I don't know what to do with those words right now, honey. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm on my way, and just know that the monster will be gone soon.
Appreciate it. I guess. I don't know. My life is ruined. Everything I've known is gone, and I have no purpose.
There's always purpose. You can always find purpose in life, and I just start getting like uncomfortable and turning around. Okay, well, take care then.
Good luck. Please don't die to the monster.
Oh, I won't.
Okay. He goes back to sobbing uncontrollably as soon as you leave.
Turn around and just...
So Zephyr, you see Quinn just walked away from you, and you see Miss Ferris come out of the guy's house that you broke. What are you thinking now? And Miss Ferris, you also, I mean, obviously saw Zephyr crash the car. Once again, like I said, how well you know each other is up to you, but you all know of each other.
I should have guessed that you were involved with that, Zephyr. Everyone knows that wherever trouble is, you're usually not too far behind.
Trouble is usually where the money is, so gotta find that.
Well, that's true. That's why I always seem to find you at one point or another. You think
Speaking
you're gonna...
of money, what happened to the big payout ticket over there?
Oh, I have it. I have the information. I'm gonna be fighting the monster and taking the prize money.
Well, in that case, you got a friend.
Well, I mean, you can tag along if you'd like. I actually had a interesting conversation before you came barreling into the village with Quinn. So, like I said, if you two survive, then we can split the bounty. it's a big enough bounty. It's a big enough beast. I usually don't like to share, but at the same time, you two look like you could need it.
Well then, let's get going.
Okay. So you're all kind of heading toward your next step. Does anybody want to do any provisioning or anything before you head into the woods? You all have, I mean, we'll say roughly like 1,000 gold to start off, because you've all been, you know, you're all living monster hunters, so you got some money. Quinn probably a little more, or not Quinn. You have Zephyr. You have the 25 gold pieces more from the coin purse you found. Miss Ferris, you've been doing this the longest of all these people that are here today, so you probably have a pretty solid amount. But if you need to do any provisioning or anything before you go into the woods and head to the next step, this would be the time.
Quinn's probably looking for like a herbalist or someone that can make health potions.
You see kind of like towards the edge of town on your way, like there's a farmer, and you see like the wife is working out in the fields, and the their partner is mixing together some stuff in like a little mixing bowl with like a masher and everything. Hello?
Hello there. What you up to?
Oh, mixing some medicine and stuff.
Cool. I mean, funny question about that. I was looking for some health potions.
I sell those.
How much?
It's about 100 gold a piece.
Well, how about this? 80 gold, and I'll take care of that monster.
I mean, if you take care of the monster, you'll have more than enough money. Give me a persuasion check, I guess.
What's my persuasion? 17.
17? Oh, I'm more than happy to help the people on their way to fight whatever is hurting our city, so yeah. How many do you want?
How many do you got?
I have a lot. I think I got like 15 back here.
I'll take all 15.
I don't know if you can afford that.
How much are they?
80.
80 times 15 is... No, I'm not going to be able to afford that.
That's
right?
1,200.
I'll take 50. You said it was 1,500?
1,200 for 15.
1,200?
So if you wanted to, you could afford like
10.
Yeah, you could afford 10.
I'll take
or
all 10.
11.
11. I'll take 11.
Okay, so you take 11. So you now have 120 gold remaining, but you have 11. These are like very base healing potions too, so these are only 4d4 healing.
Okay.
No plus 4.
I'm gonna walk up back to the guys and go, I got health potions. 150 gold each.
I mean,
I got 11 of them.
I'll take 2 of them.
All right.
So Zephyr, you pay Quinn 300 gold. He gives you 2 health potions. Miss Ferris, what about you? What do you think?
I know damn better.
What do you mean?
That's... Where did you get those?
That's a good question.
Okay.
I mean, Miss Ferris, you can make an investigation or insight check if you want.
I mean, I got them from the farmer over there. He points to the end of town. Bought the whole stock.
Good. So, I guess we won't have to worry about looking for more.
No, I mean, you'll have to worry about looking for more. I won't.
Yeah, that's all good. Do you guys think we should bring food? I mean, I can't really say I spend too much time in the woods, but feel like we're not really going to be able to find something unless I kill it.
I mean, I have rations for like 3 days.
For how many?
And Zephyr
Me.
holds up the bag that he took out of the back of the wagon and goes, I got some stuff.
Okay. Well, then I guess we should be. Well, I should probably get at least a few things for myself. I do eat a lot.
150 gold health potions.
Yeah, all right.
How many?
You don't want to. I mean, okay, if you're gonna just do that straight up and not roll any checks or anything on against him, feel free.
I feel like it's. I'm just gonna know this is just like the free snacks. Getting charged for the free snacks. Damn it! I'm gonna do an investigation check then, and it's a 3, so it doesn't back and matter.
I mean, the one thing you will know with a 3 investigation check is that, like, the tavern probably has, like, food stuff and rations, but you know what? It seems like there's no place, he pointed out the place, that he bought the health potions, but he says there's no stock left, so there must be no stock left.
I mean, there's probably stock left. I just don't. I mean, I want to get food. I'm always thinking about food.
So how many?
I guess I'll do both then. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna grab some rations this way, and then we'll stop at the farmer before we head out.
So
you're
no
not-
health potions for you.
Yeah, you're not gonna buy them from.
No, I'm not gonna buy them from Quinn.
Okay. All right. So the bartender can supply you with 3 days like worth of salted meats and stuff for 75 gold.
Okay.
So you're sitting at 925 right now. You don't trust Quinn, so you go over to the farmer lady. She's like, "Hello, what can I do?"
Hello. I am looking to obtain some health potions. Can you help me with that?
I got 4 left that are ready. I can make some more in another day or so, but I got 4 that are ready to go now. 80
Okay,
gold apiece, or 100 gold apiece.
I do not have the time for that. 100 gold apiece.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot.
Well, that's the same deal I offered that other guy over there.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll an insight check. And you do remember Quinn was trying to sell them to you for 150.
I know it's a 7, so it's not a big deal anyway. We don't really have much of a choice. You're the only person that has health potions, so it is what it is.
Had to keep my stock up because, you know, the monster attacks, but now I'm all out of stock, so hope nobody attacks us in the middle of the night and we need to heal ourselves.
I hope not either. I'm going to take 2 though, just in case.
All right, so you take 2, mark off 200 gold. You have 2, Miss Ferris and Zephyr. You each have 2 healing potions, just flat 44. Quinn, you have 9 healing potions, but not that much money.
Quinn's gonna go around and knock on some doors and be like, "You want some healing potions?"
You knock on the door. First door you knock on is the crying man. And he says, "What? You healing potions? I think it's no, I don't."
I'm gonna like put my arm around him and go, "Look, buddy. I don't think the sound is for you. You're gonna need to travel, right?
Yeah.
Healing potions will come in so handy on this adventure for you."
Give me a
You have
persuasion
no-
check with disadvantage.
Got an 11.
11. You. How much are you
80
selling them for?
80 gold.
I can buy 1. You're right. I am
Alright.
getting out of this town.
Can't fucking sell to him for 80 gold.
Hey,
Like
that's at cost.
that's at cost right there. I feel bad for the man. Okay, give him a deal.
He gives you what you can think is like
What?
80 of his last gold, and he just like starts walking. Like he has like a little knapsack on a stick and a healing potion in the other hand, and he just starts walking sadly. The music from the Hulk is playing.
You do you, man. You do you.
Everybody else just kind of says, "Go the fuck away." You guys better go kill the monsters. Maybe if one of your friends hadn't come and crashed the carriage into our village, we wouldn't have been so upset with all of y'all.
I haven't done anything.
You did nothing.
You're all monster hunters. You're same rowdy crowd.
Oh,
all you.
That's
I mean, those two definitely. Me, very sophisticated, very chill. I mean, look at me. I'm a clean man. No dirt on me whatsoever.
Yeah, you're
Maybe
just
except
like
for my boots.
and you're just like every other door-to-door salesman out here. You're a scumbag. Get the fuck. Just go kill the monster, and we'll pay you the money. Do what you're hired for.
Come on, let's go.
So are you all venturing out together, or like tentatively together, or?
I just started walking after everyone rejected me.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, Zephyr's following Miss Faris because she has the parchment that basically is when they kill the monster, that's how they prove that they were doing it for the payment.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can just bring the head of the monster back.
Yeah, I mean, typically it works. You have to provide some sort of like trophy evidence that you killed the monster out there.
exactly.
Regardless of if the parchment's
But she
separate.
has the information of it.
Yeah. So Zephyr and Miss Ferris, you kind of start talking. Miss Ferris, you share the information of that one skull was found with a hole entering the brain cavity, but all the other skulls had no heads, or all the other sets of bones had no heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Miss Ferris, you also can kind of surmise that this this bank where people have gone missing is about a day away, walk-wise. Not quite a full day away, but you guys have it's already kind of midday at this point, so you think that you'd have to. It's good that you got rations, is what you can kind of figure out.
Mm-hmm.
So you all head into the woods, start walking. Everybody give me an investigation check.
15.
16.
Did you get a 15 as well, Miss Ferris?
Yeah.
So you guys are all about the same way. You guys kind of come to where the river is first is, and you know that you have to follow the river. You all see that, like, obviously this is a very dense forest. There's a lot of room for people to go missing. It's very easy to get lost, but you guys are pretty capable survivalists, all in your own right. So you're not too worried about that. But you all look down into the river, and like right now you're on kind of like not a very steep drop. Like this looks like a pretty common fishing spot. But you all notice that the river seems to be much deeper than like a standard river, and the current is moving very fast. So.
Is that why it's so loud?
Yes.
Quinn is still like itching his ear, like, dude, this is so fucking loud.
This is a mighty river. Well.
Not as mighty as a dragon. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, go figure.
There's like one fisherman who's just like, that's not even like a valid comparison in any sense of the word.
What do you mean?
Oh, a river's not as mighty as a dragon? What the fuck's that supposed to mean, guy?
It's an expression, okay? You would understand. You're not a monster hunter. Go back and fish, you fucking asshole.
All right. He catches a fish. It's like, looks like I'm gonna eat good tonight.
Hell yeah, you are. By the way, you want a health potion?
Shut the fuck up. You notice he's wearing like a little like the newspaper boy's hat, and walks has his big little trout and that he caught, and starts walking back towards the village.
You know, there's no reason to be that way towards the villagers.
You've been doing this the longest, right? You know, most of these villagers don't give a shit about us, so why should we give a shit about them?
Because we are serving a greater purpose. We fight the monsters to keep everyone safe, whether they like that we do it or not.
I'm here for money.
You can
Same.
be for money if you want. I like the money. I get the money. I don't worry about it. I want to make sure that people stay safe and monsters. Literally what I was born to do, if you can't tell.
Then why
So-
take the money at all?
Well, I mean, it helps. I still have to buy things. I still got to feed myself.
But if you're truly looking out for these people like you say you are, you wouldn't take the money.
Equivalent of 5 elks a day. So I really it's a lot of money. You'd be surprised at how much money you spend on food when you're as large as I am. And it's not even doesn't even go anywhere. I mean, look, I'm shredded. It's not a big deal.
Must be nice.
I just poke her abs. Little soft.
All right, I'm punching him.
Go ahead and give me a tackle.
It's a, let's see, it's a 12. I have +8 unarmed strike, and let's see, I deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 + 4 on a hit.
Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your 1d6 + 4.
So 6.
So you, Quinn, you poke her abs a little soft, call her a little soft, and Miss Ferris just comes and cold cocks you across, right hook, boom, hits you. You get sent back stumbling.
Can I use your reaction?
Yeah.
I tower over you, keep in mind.
You need to make a dex saving throw. Of 14.
What's my dex? Fuck. -1. God damn it.
Now you don't have danger sense yet.
It's what did you say I have to beat?
14.
14.
So I got 13 -1, so I got 12.
Ooh, tough.
You are pushed 5 feet away. Is that what it is?
Okay.
Creature to make a dex saving throw. Oh no, lightning just strikes you. for 13 damage.
So Miss Ferris, you clock him across the head. And as you do that, he kind of stumbling back, fucking does some weird magic shit, and bolt of lightning comes down and fucking strikes you, from the sky.
Christ.
Are we good?
We're good.
And I just kind of point to my holy symbol, which is just it's just carved into my leather armor. Let's go. Don't fuck with the storm.
That was
So cheesy, and I love it.
really lame. I want you to be aware. I'm glad that you're aware of how lame that was, because it truly was.
Yeah, but it was awesome. You see that bolt of lightning hit you?
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I just kind of turn around and start looking into the river as to maybe there's something we can find that's down at the bottom. Is there
I mean, we're not even near where we're supposed to be, so
Well, I mean, we have to start somewhere.
I think that's where we're supposed to start. You know, bones. Maybe there's something left behind if the people didn't take them and bury them.
He's the guy indicated that he had buried his family at least, but I don't know. Yeah, let's we can go check it out. See, it's gonna be dark soon, so can't really take too much longer before we'll have to camp. Unless you boys want to walk in the dark. I mean, I have night vision, but, you know, up to you.
I'm good camping out.
Zephyr?
I'm good with good with whatever.
All right, easy enough. We can walk until it gets a little darker, and then we can set up camp.
Okay. So the one thing, Miss Ferris, that you were like looking at, only thing you see is that the river looks, like I said, deeper than you'd think it would be. Like this, if there was no river, this would be like a small canyon, basically. So you don't know what that tells you just yet, but there's possibly with your give me an intelligence check, actually. Anybody can feel free to give me an intelligence check.
Can I actually roll a investigation check on the river? See
Yeah,
how,
go ahead.
Like, if it's like how deep it is, and if it's running fast enough that if I climb into it, it's gonna wash me, like sweep me away.
Oh, you said intelligence?
Yeah, I mean you can give me an.
I got in that one.
I mean this river is it's deep.
There's rocks.
There's rocks in it. Fish.
Yeah.
You saw a guy catch a fish. You know there's fish in it. I mean, you might be able to swim against the current. You might not.
I got a dirty 20 on the intelligence check or investigation, whatever it is.
On my intelligence check.
What'd you say? 22?
I
He
got a
got a
dirty
20.
What did you get, Miss Ferris?
16.
16. So Miss Ferris, what you know is that, or what you can kind of surmise is that there is, with how deep the river is, there's room for a number of water-based monsters that could move through this. You know, that could be sweeping people up that are getting near the shoreline or something. And then, you know, getting rid of this stuff upriver. Quinn, you could think the same thing, but you also like realize that in some places that there might actually be like this river, especially if it gets deeper in an area, it might be deep enough for caves of some kind to form.
Interesting. I kind of just get closer to the water and just kind of kneel down and stare at it.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Just kind of feel like if it gets a little deeper, it could be a cave system.
Oh, you're right. But how do we get in there is the question. I'm not a strong swimmer.
Yeah, you would just think like a rock. I mean, it even if it is an underwater cave, there's always another access point above ground somewhere.
Does this water have a tide to it? Does it go up and down?
No.
It's a fucking river.
It could still move higher and lower.
No, this is like an offshoot of kind of like one of the main rivers that runs through the heart of the country. So the tide level really doesn't fluctuate as long as the main river is flowing at normal levels.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's sometimes like holes in the ground that if it's a big enough underwater cave, that sometimes holes will just get eroded out and make a hole for us to jump in if we really wanted to.
Does anybody have a long rope?
I'm gonna look at my bag real quick.
Roll me a d20 there, Quinn.
17.
So you have a rope that's about 17 feet long.
Pull out the rope. Ho ho! I remember to bring it. Hell yeah.
Zephyr grabs the rope, hands one side to Miss Faris, and says, "Don't let go." Ties the other end around his belt and jumps into the river.
Miss Ferris, give me a strength saving throw. And you can do it with advantage. Zephyr, give me an athletics check. What did you roll, Miss Ferris?
20.
Okay.
13.
13. So Miss Ferris, you're just like, what the fuck? As Zephyr leaps into the water, and you don't even move. Like it's not like Zephyr's a small guy, he's, Janazi. But like the rope doesn't even flinch. You kind of like walk over to the shoreline, like you're walking a pet on a leash. And Zephyr, you passably swim. You don't get rushed away fully. Part of that is because Miss Ferris is holding you, anchoring you in place. But part of that is we're ready enough to jump into this current. So you can kind of swim around and maneuver, not like super well, but at a normal like swimmer.
You basically just want to look around for any kind of caves I can see underwater.
Well, it's not going to be here, you idiot. It's not deep enough.
Deep enough to jump into.
It is like deep. It is, I would say like around here, the water's probably like 12 feet deep. So are you...
Can we see the bottom of it?
The current's pretty fast, so you can like get images, but not like clearly see it from above the stream. You're gonna have to make an investigation or perception check with disadvantage because you're underwater, unless you're doing anything magical to alter your ability.
Okay. That one again.
Here's what you see, basically, is that you see fish, you see rocks, you see seaweed. I will say this, I'll give you this, even on that one, you do see what looks to be like a human bone. You don't know what bone it is, but you do see what looks to be like a human bone kind of wedged up against a rock at the bottom of the river here.
So I'm gonna try to swim my way over to it, grab it, and bring it out of the river.
Okay. You climb out of the river, holding what the other two people can see is like a femur in your hand. And you guys are, just for reference purposes, you guys are downriver from where the reported, like, most of the bones were found.
Okay. Well, bones are bound to float, but this obviously means
I don't think bones float.
Pretty sure they do, actually.
I think they do.
Do they?
There's a good amount of buoyancy within a bone. Just because it's a thick thing, it's still hollow on the inside when there's nothing flowing through it.
I always thought bones sunk.
Do bones float? Of course they do. Bones float on any liquid that has a greater density than bone. They may not float for long as they... So this bone is clearly corroded from the water and stuff, so it's definitely like not at... This bone is different than what it was like fresh out the bod. But it's...
Fresh out the bod. I like that. Fresh out the bod. I'm going to make a shirt for that.
Just the way you said it, too.
That's going to be that's going to be my Halloween shirt. Fresh out the bod.
Yeah, so this, I mean, what you guys can surmise with this is that these bones have floated downriver from something that may or may not have happened underwater.
Is it when you say it's stuck? Does it like? Is it? It's just the femur bone, right? Like it's not like somebody got stuck there.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, best guess, maybe it got tossed out in the pile and knocked into the river, or maybe it. Yeah, I mean,
Maybe whatever was eating the meat on top of that bone was separated from the rest of the body, and then it got dropped over there.
maybe.
Or did the whole like chicken wing thing? You know, you just go take the bone, take the.
Yeah, maybe they dipped it as a way and to get the meat off the bone easier. I mean, you don't know. You guys have hunted a lot of monsters and you've seen some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
Who
it's
knows
true.
what happened?
True, true. There are some.
All right, but either way, we know that we should probably start going upriver.
Yeah. So we'll make our way and see if maybe we can find the bones that go with this. It does look like it traveled a bit because it's pretty messed up. But not really too much else to find here, so we can keep moving up.
Okay.
All right, pull them out of the fucking water.
Yeah, so
He's already out of the water.
yeah. Miss Ferris yanks Zephyr out of the water. Zephyr, you dry off. And you guys, I assume, follow the river up for a while.
Yes.
You guys walk for a few hours before the dark gets just too much to handle, especially with the forest. It's the light goes away fast, even in broad daylight, and it was already overcast. Like, this area is pretty dimly lit.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys eventually make camp. Kind of guess that you're like little between halfway and 3/4 of the way to the rocky bank that they were telling you about. But yeah, you
So we set up camp.
you make camp. Do you guys want to camp right next to the river, so you have one less side to protect, or theoretically protect, or do you want to move away from the river so you can hear better and not get in the event of ambushes?
I think moving into the
probably
woods is a better idea.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
So that we can hear.
Not a good idea. We cannot hear anything standing directly next to this river.
Yeah, I think
it
there's something wrong with my
doesn't-
hearing, dude. This river is too loud.
Yeah, we need to move farther in. Let's move farther into the trees and we'll make camp for the night.
Okay. So you guys do that. You're very comfortable with things like this. Not a problem for experienced monster hunters like you. So you guys pack up, set up your little tents and stuff that you all carry with you, eat your food. Who is sleeping and who is watching?
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Just gonna be chilling, you know, maybe playing the horn a little bit.
Okay. Go. The rest of you begin your quick sleep. And Quinn, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
9.
Everything seems to be fine in the woods. Nothing attacks you. You just play your little horn, whistle, check your weapon. You take watch for about 4 hours. Who's gonna
Maybe pray a little bit to the boy upstairs.
Yeah, you mean you kind of commune with your god. Who's gonna take watch next?
Zephyr will take second watch.
Okay. You guys originally tried to wake Miss Ferris up, but she is snoring really loud and will not budge. So Quinn, you wake Zephyr up. You head to sleep. Zephyr, what are you kind of doing as you're kind of awake here in the night?
Just kind of chilling, watching over the other two, making sure that they're sleeping because he's very distrustful of everybody around him.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me a flat perception check.
Quinn is straight up curled up in a ball.
10.
10. So you are pretty aware for most of the night, or for most of your shift. After about 3 hours, you hear a little voice kind of over your shoulder. But it's a voice you recognize. It is your warlock patron. And they go like, "Hey, Zephyr, how you doing?"
I'm doing all right. Just hunting monsters as usual.
Oh, you know what you're hunting?
Not yet. Haven't really gone over that with the these people.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine. So look. I know you beat me in that card game and you won some powers and stuff. Fully accept it, all that. How would you like a little deal though? Little advancement of our arrangement.
Intriguing. Go on.
So here's the thing. I'll give you access to like some more spells that you can't normally use. And in return, you just gotta pay me a little bit of your soul. Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me. Just a little bit of my soul, though, right? Not all of it.
A little bit of your soul every time you use a spell.
Oh, that might not be working in my favor.
Think of it like a percentage, right? So you'll never lose all your soul. You might just eventually lose like most of it. Huh? And then come on, once you die, like that 99.99999% of your soul, that's gonna be with me, and I'm a fun guy. You know, I'm a card-loving, little mischievous bugger.
How about I make you a counter offer?
What's up with that? Yeah, well, okay. I like counters.
We'll play a little game here.
Ooh, what kind of game?
I got this this card game. What's the name of it again?
Go fish.
No.
Easy.
Blackjack.
Oh, he's got like a 3-card Monty game. Get the name of it though.
Okay, so how about this? You want an old game of cards, all right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna essentially play Texas Hold'em, right? So you're gonna roll 2 dice. I'm gonna roll 2 dice, 2d6s, and then I'm gonna roll a flop d6, a river d6, and turn, or whatever the fuck order they go in. And whoever can assemble the best 5-card hand out of those, or no, 4. I need 4 d6s. I haven't played poker in so long.
Yeah, it's 4.
It's 4, or is it 5?
It's 4.
4, yeah.
It's the river. It's the flop, the river, and then the 3.
And okay.
Then it's 5.
It's 5. It's 5. 5d6. Okay. So 3, 1, 1. Okay, so go ahead and roll your d6s. Your first 2. Okay. You don't got to tell me what you got.
You gotta make sure you gotta discard a d6 every time you flop. Remember that.
Yeah. Throwing away this D6. First D6 is a 1, a 4, and a 5. How you looking there, Zephyr? Want to give up now?
Pretty good. No,
Okay. All right. It's another 4. You sure you don't want to back up? Maybe I'll take a lesser percentage of your soul each time.
I'm feeling pretty confident right now, man.
All right, so I guess the terms is, if I win, you agree to trade part of your soul, and I'll still give you the bonus powers. I'm a nice guy. You win, I just give you the bonus powers for free.
Exactly.
Okay, last one. Last one's a 3.
So in that case, I got a full house. 3 4s and 2 3s.
You got what now?
4 and a 3.
You got what? She just turns, or they just turn and say, "You fucking damn it!" And like apparates away from you. And you can feel that next time you level up, you'll have some more spell access. I had a 3 of a kind. I'm like, man, this is pretty good. And it's like, nope.
I rolled a 4 and a 3. That was great.
You just like hear in the back of your mind, God fucking damn it, shit. But you don't seem to notice anything else that goes on through your shift. Eventually, Miss Ferris kind of snores herself awake. You lay back down. Miss Ferris, go ahead and give me. What are you doing? Anything during this time?
I'm gonna be building more muscles and sharpening the rest of my blades.
Okay. So you're probably the most attentive here on your watch. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
19.
So towards the end of your shift, you hear what sounds to be a rattle of some sort. You have very good hearing, very honed over the years, and you hear like a rattle, almost like stuff being dropped against rocks. That sounds like distinctly different than normal sounds you were hearing. So you're like mid push-up, you're like, okay, 198, 199. And as you're like going down for 200, you hear like just like a rattle of something.
What was that? Kind of just like whip my blade out to the side here while I'm looking around.
Nothing in the immediate area seems to be different. The sun is kind of beginning to come up. The forest is getting lit. It's still like a very overcast day in general, but like there's definitely some natural light coming through.
Can I roll some kind of check to see if I can listen more specifically?
I mean, you already got the 19 perception check. You can tell that the sound came from upriver, where you were heading. Okay. You're not 100% sure how far upriver, but definitely in the direction you were heading.
And it was a rattling on the rocks, sounding like somebody was like dragging something on the rocks.
More being dropped on the rocks than dragging.
Dropped on the rocks. Okay. All right. Well, so I'm gonna kind of flip my knife back around, stick it in my pocket, and whip open the tent. All right, boys. It's time to get up. I heard a noise and we need to get moving. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I don't want to hang around and find out while you two are sleeping.
You guys you've all gotten your rest at this point.
I need my beauty sleep.
I pick up his bag and like set it heavily on his belly.
Okay. I'll get you back for that one later.
We're moving now.
God, why is she always so fucking muscle bound angry?
You don't actually want to see me really angry. That's one part you've never actually seen, Quinn.
Okay, Hulk, relax.
I go outside and start just like ripping the tent up from like right out of the ground and just start folding it with like my bare hands.
Zephyr, you don't quite wake up when Miss Ferris first comes in, but you do like wake up to like bright light as the tent has just like ripped up from over you. Rested, all good. Yeah, you get to camp together real quick and continue your journey upriver.
Quinn is whistling the entire way they're walking. Just whistling some tunes.
Quinn continues to whistle. Give me a stealth check, Quinn. With disadvantage.
Oh well, not gonna go well at all.
Actually, it went really well. I rolled a 17 and a 15. Yeah, I'm not wearing heavy armor, so I don't have a -2 this time.
Stealthily. I want to know how the fuck you're gonna do that.
I got a 15 altogether.
So you're like, Miss Ferris and Zephyr, you realize that Quinn's whistle is piercing through the sound of the river, like very clearly different. Like they don't match, and the whistle can be heard for miles and miles around in this otherwise quiet forest, minus the river. You don't know what that means, but you know it means something.
I feel like you should stop whistling now.
Yeah, the whole point of monster hunting is drawing the monster out.
Boy, that is a dumb idea. That is dumb.
It's worked so far.
Maybe for you. I don't like being snuck up on.
Well, I mean, if it's a big monster, we'll see it coming, you know? I mean, we may be in a thick forest, but if it's big, we'll see it.
Well, not really sure what it was before, but just before I got you guys up, I I heard what sounded like something dropping on the rocks. A little farther up, as I kind of point up, like the direction where I heard the noise. So I don't know if there's somebody else out here. I mean, we know fishermen and loggers are out here, but before the sun comes up, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Especially
fishing,
with everything that's been going on
fishing
here.
makes sense.
But with everything that's been going on, I feel like the villagers have not been venturing towards the woods, even for fishing.
Since the original, I'll just give you guys this. Since the first lake fisherman you encountered, who was mostly just there to make fun of Quinn, you haven't seen anybody else fishing along the river up here.
Yeah.
Or logging. It's been
Yeah.
pretty quiet in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe they stopped coming after they realized people were disappearing.
Oh, I bet.
So,
Guarantee it. Shit, I would.
well, it makes me wonder what I heard. But if it was a beast, we definitely would have heard it. It would have been a lot louder than what I heard.
Maybe it was more bones.
Bones being dropped?
Maybe being puked back up.
Oh, gross. Yeah, that's true, though. Regurgitation is pretty loud in a beast, though. So, I mean, I feel like it would have been a little bit more so than...
Well,
Yeah.
you remember that? Remember that dragon that we fought like a year and a half ago, maybe? The only way we found it was because it kept just regurgitating the bones of all the goats and shit it was eating.
Yes, but if you also remember, you could hear that regurgitation very loudly, kind of like when your cat's about to throw up on your bed in the middle of the night and it wakes you up unexpectedly and you start to panic because you can't really see where it is, but you can hear the noise and you know it's coming.
Sure,
That was oddly specific.
it was.
Anyway,
Miss Ferris is a crazy cat mom at home.
little do you guys know that my cat is actually very large. A kitty for me is like a Siberian tiger.
I mean, they're so small when they're young.
They're really fucking cute.
You sure about that?
Listen, just because I'm hard out here doesn't mean that I'm hard in here, all right?
You thought I was cheesy. God damn.
I just like look at him disgusted and keep like just walking forward, just like ugh.
Okay. So you guys walk for a little bit, not too much longer. And you guys come to appears to be a sharp turn in the river. You see that the river is very clearly deeper now, and what appears to be like a high cliff face, kind of on the other side of the river from where you guys are standing. And Quinn, your insight was correct. You find another pile of bones. Once again, the skull is missing. Kind of here on this shore.
I'm gonna walk up to the bones and just kind of kneel down and look at them.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check, actually.
Ooh, nat 20.
Okay,
Nice.
so here's what you can tell by the bones, looking at them. The skull was removed after decomposition had already set in. So it doesn't look like there was any breaks or anything in the removal of the skull. It looks like it came pretty cleanly off. You also find that the bones themselves have no evidence of like gnawing or bite marks or anything on them, which would kind of seem to indicate that this thing wasn't chewing on the bones themselves.
Well, when I first heard, I kind of started picking up the bone, kind of sorting through them. As you explained that, when I talked to the barkeep, when he said there was one skull had a hole in it, I was afraid it was gonna be a mind flare, but this isn't really the work of a mind flare, luckily. Because mind flayers typically don't eat their prey or clean their bones, they just suck their brains out.
Well, if there's no bite marks, who's to say that that the flesh was eaten by them? If it was, it would make sense. Hole in the
Well-
top of the cranium, heads being completely removed.
But again, though, mind flayers also transform their prey into other mind flayers if they put in the fucking weird ass thing inside their head.
I forgot about that thing. It's so weird and gross.
Yeah, thank God we're not one of them.
Mm.
But yeah, can I make like a history check just to see if I've ever encountered something similar?
Go ahead.
Make it 14.
I mean, the closest thing you would have encountered would have been a mind flare, like you said. Whatever this creature is not acting perfectly in sync with what like the advanced mind flare colonies do, but there's very clearly heads missing. The hole in the skull would indicate something to do with the brain. So it definitely has similar properties to mind flare, or is adjacent in some kind of way, is what you can probably think.
Okay.
Variant breed.
Could be. Maybe a mutation.
Makes sense.
Or maybe just an outcast. Who knows?
It seems over the years that we've been finding stranger and stranger beasts as time has gone on.
Makes more sense. Plague wiped out fucking number of us.
Well, all the more reason for us to try to keep each other alive.
Didn't
And
you
at
just
least-
say earlier that you didn't care if we died?
Look, I say it, but now we're out here. I can't willfully let somebody die. It doesn't work that way for me.
Then don't say it at all.
I was hoping you'd just stay home.
How many hunts have we been on together?
Not enough, apparently.
You should know by now, I don't give up.
God help me, I know. Anyway,
Like that date we never went on. Fucking Christ.
We are not going to discuss that, and certainly not in front of someone who doesn't know either of us very well. It's kind
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Zephyr just like
Giving him,
standing
like,
back, just
death
shaking his
stare.
head at both of them.
I'm giving Quinn the death stare right now.
Quinn just kind of raises his hand and shrugs it off. All right. Let's just. Well, you said you heard the stuff dropping, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's either coming out of the water or it's purposely dropping them in this exact spot each time.
Why
So
this exact spot? If this is a beast, beasts aren't usually ritualistic.
but they can be territorial.
That's true. I mean, but to be out in the open like that, it doesn't seem
Doesn't make sense.
usual to just be out in the open. Usually, if they're
I mean,
dropping something for
if
themselves,
maybe this thing has a certain sense of intelligence to it, because most beasts, we all know this, all of us, that beasts are very territorial and they love really not cleaning up after themselves, really. So like half the time their layers are always packed full of bones.
True.
So why is it purposely getting rid of the bones here in this spot?
this is not something that I think any of us have encountered before. And I am very confused as to why this is here. It just doesn't make sense. I go to a lair, I find a monster, we destroy it, that's it. The end of story. We usually end up finding a spot, but there's no particular place. The only thing else we could do is try and see if there's any other bones floating about and follow them back to the source. See if there's a place where
We could do what we did last time and just send Zypher into the water.
I mean, it's easy enough.
Take out the rope and tie it around Zypher's waist.
I grab it.
Okay, you don't need to make a strength saving throw this time because you're prepared for what's going on. Zephyr, give me another athletics check, though.
Eight.
You get swept kind of around this current, around this river bend a little bit. You jump in and you realize that the water is deeper, and moving much, much faster. So you get kind of pulled away. Miss Ferris is still like able to hold on to you, so you're only like 17 feet away, 15 after the rope's tied around your waist, I guess. But you're having a really hard time swimming against the current, going underwater. You can make your head's not fully underwater though, so allow you to make a perception or investigation check with, or just straight this time, not with disadvantage. But it's going to give you less than if you were swimming good.
You said perception or
Investigation.
investigation?
Yeah.
Okay, 12 investigation.
So you can see outlines of what appear to be like miniature crevasses. You can basically see like small cave outlines under the water here. You're not sure how big they are. You're not sure if you could fully fit through them swimming-wise, and you're not sure what they lead to, but there definitely looks to be like some sort of cave under the water. The water is very, very deep here. It's probably like 30 feet deep. And then this bank, there is kind of like cliffs, so it goes up, so it looks like there'd be more room inside if there were caves.
Oh, might as well pull him back up.
Yeah, I kind of pull him like a little closer. And what do you see?
Meanwhile, I'm like just climbing up the rope.
Tell us what you see.
There are caves down there.
Okay, can we get to it?
A pretty deep swim.
I don't think I can hold my breath that long.
Well, I know I can. Just I don't know if I can fight the current that's down there.
Current is quite strong. It's a good thing I was holding on to the rope for you. Well, so how do we get in there other than that? Is there a way?
Well, we know it's dumping bones here.
Can we wait for it?
That's what I was thinking. We could set a trap.
Oh, I like the way that I like the way that plan works. I have some fun things in my bag.
It's still relatively early in the day, so there's plenty of time to do more investigation stuff. But you're free to set whatever traps you want, or look around, do your thing.
Well, we're gonna set a net out where the bones are being dropped, and kind of like a snare type of trap.
Okay.
So that if it does come around, regardless of where we are at the time, it will stay trapped until we come back and find it. And beasts don't like being trapped, so we'll hear it.
Okay. Give me a stealth check for your trap.
I'll give the help action.
Okay. You can do it with advantage then.
Okay. What's that? 18 minus 117.
So your trap blends in. So there's like where you found the bones. You see like there is like a little bit of like leaves and brush and stuff. So you kind of link your snare kind of just outside where the bones were found. And it's very well hidden. So you guys can do that. You know how to make those. No problem.
Cool.
I'm also just going to look around, like, a little bit more into the forest.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
We have time now. If something happens with the trap, we'll see it before the night falls.
I think 16.
16.
Like, if I can see any, like, tracks, if it's coming from the forest or not.
You wander around the forest, kind of checking out the nearby area. And you kind of come to a little ridge on the other side of where this cave system is and stuff. And you notice that one like rock on this ridge, you can see like scrapes against the other rocks on the ridge and the ground, almost like it's been moved.
So, like, I'm just seeing if I'm getting this right. It looks like a rock is being moved in front of, like, a cave kind of formation.
You can't see if there's anything behind it, but this rock is definitely being, like, moved multiple times.
Okay. That's all I want to know. I'm going to go up just a little bit closer to see if I can see, like, the actual, like, scrape marks of it being moved back and forth.
So what it looks like is that this large boulder is being kind of rolled back and forth. As you get closer, you peer behind it, you do see that there's a little break in this ridge heading downward. It would be towards the river in this direction. An unlit cave.
I'm going to go back to the group and kind of, like, tap both of them on the shoulder and just be, like, pointing.
As you leave the little cave area, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
You hear a twig break behind you.
I instantly get out my shield and mace.
You turn around. You see a creature crawling on all fours with purple skin and tentacles coming out of its face. Roll initiative for me.
I'm gonna instantly yell out.
Roll initiative to see if you have time.
I'm going to. What's my initiative? 18.
Not good enough. Go ahead and give me a intelligence saving throw.
Oh boy.
22.
Okay. The thing out of its mouth, almost this blast of purple energy kind of affects a cone. You get your shield up and like holy magic forms a barrier around you. Protecting you from all the blast of damage and whatever psychic effects this was. That brings us immediately after that, the creature will run up towards you and close the distance with you. Brings us to your turn.
I'm gonna yell out and just be like, "Help! It's here!"
You guys hear a very sad help. It's here. Zephyr and Miss Ferris roll initiative for me as well.
And then I'm gonna attack it.
Okay. Go ahead. You said 4.
Yeah.
14.
That's what spells I have. I don't remember what spells I took. Actually, that's actually a spell. To use
Oh,
at this
sorry. 13. My initiative is -1.
That's bad.
Yes.
really bad.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna use Thunder Wave.
Okay. What kind of save does it need to make?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Of 14.
14, you said? It beats that.
Alright, so it doesn't push, but it takes half damage on 2d8.
Okay.
7 damage.
Okay. So you smash, what kind of weapon do you have on in your shield?
Mace.
Mace. So you smash your mace on the shield, and it emits this like loud crash of thunder. And the beast is like damaged by like a volt of lightning and sparks that come like ringing out of your shield, but not fully affected, and it's still like.
You fucked with the wrong person. Fucking purple bitch.
In your mind, you hear like very eloquently, "I will devour you. You are imperfect."
Oh, fuck, that's not cool, dude. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, man. Don't fucking talk to my mind.
Next up is Miss Ferris. You're probably about 45 feet away at this point, because like he'd gone away. You'd like just finished setting up your trap. He'd gone like over the ridge and shit. But you hear like a struggle and a
Crack of thunder.
Crack of thunder.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. How fast do I move? Let's see.
Probably 30, I would assume. You should have your character sheet up.
I have it up. I'm just trying to. I'm still.
Should be on the top.
on here.
It's on the top right
in the
next to
middle.
health.
Yeah.
Oh,
Should
30,
be.
okay, 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna move my full amount at least so I can get that far. So now I'm about 15 feet away.
Yeah, you can kind of see over this ridge here. Quinn is being attacked by some. You can both kind of figure like it resembles it's Mind Flayer adjacent. Like it has some of the qualities, but is either an outcast or like a mutated version. Something that's not fully all there. But it probably has that similar shit. So you can either take a dash and get right up to it. You can try and throw something or do something.
Let's see. remember what I gave for weapons. I know I have a sword and I have a. Yeah, I don't have any ranged weapons, so I am probably going to. I feel like it's probably not a great idea to just run right up, but does it seem like it's distracted by Quinn, that maybe I could try and run at it from an angle that maybe he might not see?
Yeah, clearly focused on Quinn.
Okay. So I am going to yeah, I'm gonna run at it and take a swing with my sword.
I believe you
While
have a
we're not paying
great axe,
attention.
is what your inventory says.
Yeah,
So
great
it's-
axe, sorry.
So you can't get to it and attack with your great axe this turn. It's too far away.
Okay. So I will
So you can
move.
dash and get right up to it to be prepared to attack next turn.
I think I'm going to then just move up to where Quinn is.
Okay, so you dash and you get into the tussle with Quinn and the creature.
And that's all I have.
And as you get close, you see it's only but you hear in your mind too, it's like, don't worry, my child, I will bring you into perfection.
Don't get out of my head. No.
I will be in your head forever.
Oh, that's creepy.
Is it talking to you?
Yeah, it's talking to me.
It's fucking awful.
And it's talking to you too. Does he have it's very creepy.
Very creepy.
I have never experienced this, and I'm very uncomfortable.
Zephyr, you were actually a little closer than Miss Ferris was, because you were like not fully setting up the trap. You kind of wandered into the woods to look and dry off. So I will say you're only like 30 feet from where this is all happening, but you're like around a corner or something, so you can't fully see what's happening.
Yeah, so I don't have a view of the creature.
Not at this instant, but you can move and get there, no problem.
Okay, so when Zephyr starts hearing everything go down, he runs over so he can like see what's going on, but not get too close, because he knows like he's not best at fighting. He's more like ranged and spellcasting and stuff. So as soon as he sees the thing, I'm gonna cast Mind Spike. You need to make a DC 13 Wisdom save.
It's got good wisdom. It's got really good wisdom. Oh my god, I fucking failed. With advantage and +6, I failed. I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
So he takes 4d8 psychic damage.
Okay.
22 psychic damage.
Well, that's must be really nice to do that. I can't fucking believe that. Okay. All right. That's your turn. Okay. Going at you. A 21, it like with one of its mouth tentacles, it slaps at Quinn's face, and 21, I assume, hits.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's see. You take. Ooh. Oops.
I'm also just gonna do Wrath of the Storm on him. When he hits.
You take 19 damage, 19 psychic damage, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw again.
Good thing my intelligence is kind of good this fucking round. I got a 17.
You get smacked across the face with this fucking tentacle as it seems to like grow and extend like a Mr. Fantastic arm, and you can feel like some effects start to take hold on you, but you break through it and are not stunned.
He needs to make a dex saving throw.
Is this against a magical effect, your Wrath of Storm?
I think it is.
Yeah, I assume. It's gonna be a 16.
That beats it. It still takes half damage, 2d8. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
So 5 damage.
Yeah. No, it takes 5 damage from you. And that brings us to your turn, Quinn.
I am going to. What do I have for spells? Should be 50 action. That would be kind of cool if I did it this way. Okay. I'm going to cast Gust of Wind.
Okay.
A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose from. So obviously straight up right in front of me.
Okay.
They must make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you.
What's the DC for the strength save?
So just clicked on you. Where the fuck do you go? What the fuck?
What's your spell save? Do you know?
It's different. It's 14. It's not
14.
different.
It fails. Because
So it's
why wouldn't it?
so to push 15 feet of you in the direction following the line. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it makes when moving closer to me.
Okay, so it's you like swing your mace, and it like pushes this creature back 15 feet from you. It's like fighting against the wind. And that's we'll say, Miss Ferris, you were kind of jumping in behind the creature, so it's now a little further from you, but you were able to avoid the wind gust here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's your turn.
All right. So I'm going to. So about how far is it from me now then? Pick up.
Probably like 5 feet.
Okay. So I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna try and bash him in the head, bash him in the stupid tentacles.
Okay. You got +7 to hit, then 1d12 +4 with your great axe.
All right. So +7, so 25, 26, 25. Math.
I mean, it's a squid creature with tattered robes on it. I think a 25 is gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. So 1d6 +4.
This was supposed to be a hard fight.
Deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier. Oh, okay. So that's why the 4 is there.
So, if are you attacking with your axe or are you punching?
No, I'm attacking with my axe.
So it's 1d12 +4 for your axe.
Where's my d12? No, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. 12 plus 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So 16 damage. Do I just smush its head in?
No, you don't just smush its head in. You don't get to do that. But it starts to reach out at it, like with you with one of its tentacles, and you fully chop the tentacle off.
Like it.
Any bonus actions or anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
I feel like I want to go into a rage, but I don't want to preemptively rage.
All right. So that's
You don't want that pre-rage workout.
Nah.
That's gonna bring us to Zephyr.
Zephyr is casting Eldritch Blast. It's a cantrip.
What's the range on that?
120 feet.
Oh yeah, so you're totally within range for this.
You're good.
And rolled a 19
Yeah, sure.
for the
I think that
attack.
hits. This was a hard fight.
1d10 does 9 damage.
Yeah, I mean it takes a fucking. So you what does your Eldritch Blast look like? What do you think?
I
How do you
it basically
flavor it?
just like kind of points his hand out at the creature and lightning, basically like force lightning,
Just comes
shoots out a lightning bolt out of his hand, and
That's my ship, dude. You can't steal my lightning.
we must have learned it from the same people.
So in the back of your mind, you hear, "You fucking douchebag." Okay, Zephyr, as you cast this like blast of lightning out that zaps the thing, and it's like, very bad. Any bonus actions or any movement?
No.
Okay. Okay. Well, you're close there, Miss Ferris. The tentacle that it was swinging out to attack you was the one that you chopped off, fully. And it's just like, clearly struggling. It's just okay. It stays there, fighting against this continuation of this wind gust. Quinn, it's gonna be your turn.
So Quinn is very jealous that someone else has lightning other than him. Very jealous. Because that was his shit. He's a storm, man. So he's going to fucking cast Call Lightning.
In your mind, before you cast Call Lightning, you hear, "Storms happen all over the world every day. Just come accept me. There will be no more storm, no more fear in your heart.
Get the fuck out of my head.
Please stop hurting me."
Don't hurt other people, man. How about that?
You like look at this thing struggling against the continuation of gust and just.
Alright, so it's gonna be 10 feet tall and 60-foot radius, centered on a point you can see within range. I'm gonna do it range directly above you. That's what it is, okay. Actually, can I see the sky above us?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what the spell says. It fails if I can't see a point in the air where your storm cloud could appear. Choose a point that you can see under the cloud. A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw.
Miss Ferris, you're gonna need to make a dexterity saving throw as well.
Damn it.
To be a 14.
Well, that's not good.
The creature does beat it,
Okay.
I got a nat one.
Oof. Yikes.
which translates to a 0 for you.
Mm-hmm.
That should be double damage.
But the gust of wind is turned off because this is another concentration spell.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I am so sorry. I got a 21.
It's okay.
Does it take half on a success or?
It does.
Okay.
It does take half.
I have relentless endurance, so at least I won't die. I'll just be at one.
Miss Ferris, you take 21 damage.
So I'm at 7 right now.
No, you were at 42. You were at your full health. Hit
Oh,
points.
okay.
So you're at half health at this point in that one move. The thing is super displeased with what's going on here, though. But then Miss Ferris, you just got zapped by Quinn. You know, that mean guy.
Question: was it kind of stormy before?
It was like overcast, like maybe a light drizzle, but not like stormy.
Okay, because if it was stormy, it would have done another 1d10.
No, it was
Okay.
There's no like thunder, lightning.
Okay.
Just a little light rain.
Yeah, but after he does that, Quinn just kind of turns back to Zephyr and goes, kind of does that kind of thing, like yeah.
And I turn around super pissed. If you're both quite finished,
Relax, I'll take you out for a drink later.
oh my god, now is not the time. I just like turn around and start like.
Miss Ferris, in your mind, you hear that guy's a pig. You should gut him like one.
Oh my. As good as that sounds, that's not going to get me any money. However, taking you out is going to get me money.
I'm sure there's somebody who wants him dead somewhere.
I'm going to hit him with my axe again.
Okay. I don't think you should.
I mean, you're not going to think I should, but my nat 20 says otherwise. Speaking of which, my crit, and +7 it is. So, yeah, that works, right?
No, it doesn't.
So how does my crit work on this one if it's D12?
So it's 2d12 plus 4.
Okay. So 12 and 3, so 15 plus 4 is 19.
Yeah, I think that math adds up. I think it does. It still stands. It's a tough little bugger, but it's not looking awesome. Here.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action surge, and I'm gonna hit it again.
Sure thing.
So 14 plus 7, that's 21.
Feel free to roll your damage dice and tell me how much you do.
9 more damage, so that's 23.
No, it should be 28 total damage. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie here. Thingy is not super happy. Please stop. Please. But that's gonna bring us to Zephyr. Zephyr, in your mind here, you hear, you know that guy was making fun of you, right? He's not your ally. I could be your ally, though.
Whatever it's saying to you, Zephyr, don't listen.
No, listen, I'm a nice guy.
Zephyr, like, think about all that money you're gonna get, my guy.
Is it money you want? I have the valuables from, like, 24 people that I've kept in my cave.
I don't know, guys. I can definitely feel a spark between us.
Took it from people
And
killed.
casting Witch Bolt.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Feel free to cast. 10. What was it?
10.
That misses. Ah, thank you. I can see you're on my side. Any bonus actions or anything? Any movement?
Don't really have any bonus actions that I can do. No. Nothing that I can do, really.
Miss Ferris, does a 16 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
All right. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Well, that's poopy.
Oh, fuck.
So 7.
You take 15 damage. And you are grappled as another tentacle shoots out and wraps around you.
Okay.
Oh wait, I haven't actually. Where's my details? I haven't rolled this once. Change my mind. Fuck. Never mind. Yeah, as another tentacle grapples around you, you're like wrapped up in this tentacle, and you can feel like it's pulling you closer to it with this tentacle.
Okay.
And you're also pretty fucked up pain-wise. Quinn, that brings us to you.
I'm just gonna walk up behind. Oh my god, my names are fucking awful today. I can't remember shit.
Miss Ferris is...
There we go. Thank you. Holy shit. And just cast Cure Wounds on her. At a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
3d8. 15, 16, 17, 20 hit points restored.
Why'd you have to do that?
Thank you.
You could have not. So, Miss Ferris, Quinn comes up behind you, pats you on the back. You feel like a jolt, almost like a defibrillator comes, and your body's pumping a little better again. And it brings us to your turn. So you're grappled here.
So
tell you what you can do.
It's grappled me, so I can't do that because there was one that says at the start of my turn I can do bludgeoning damage to a creature, but it says grappled by me.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what that is. Your speed is reduced to 0. You can still attack, though.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to...
Or you can try to break the grapple.
I was going to say, do I have enough space to swing, or should I be trying to, like, I could use my dagger to get myself out of the tentacle, but if I have enough room to swing still, like, where is the tentacle wrapped around me?
It, like, wrapped around your waist. Your arms are still free.
Okay, well, in that case, you can let me down, or I can take another tentacle.
In your mind you hear, no, you're not going to take a tentacle, and you're not going to let down. You're going to be fine with this.
I'm not going to be fine with this, and I take a swing before anything can happen. Oh, what is that? 7 plus 7, so 14.
That does not hit. You're like, you realize it like moves you, like pulls your waist a little bit as you're swinging your axe, and you're like unable to like find purchase with your weapon as you go.
Yeah.
So that's your action. You can't move, can't break free from the grapple. Zephyr, it's your go.
All right. Just gonna point a finger at the creature and cast True Strike. It's a cantrip, which will give me a brief insight into his defenses. And I get advantage on my next attack.
Okay. Is there any save or anything, or do you just do it?
Doesn't say anything about a save. No, just does it, apparently.
Okay. So what you can tell from this creature is that it is more able to resist magical effects, or it's like stronger against magical effects. It has like a sense to avoid them or something. You also know that it has no like weaknesses, but you can tell that it is pretty close to fucked up here. And it is going to be its turn. You really want me to roll bad here, Miss Ferris. This could be really bad for you. 18 is not me rolling bad. How many hit points did you give her?
20.
This is 20, so you're at 26 total?
I'm at... Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 D10. You guys all see a piercing like needle comes out of the head of the creature and heads straight for Miss Ferris's dome. 14, 24, 34, 50, Wow, I rolled so good. I'm sorry, Miss Ferris. You take 65 damage as this thing blasts into your head, pierces your skull completely. And you can feel it in your brain saying to you, I told you, you just had to come with me. I'll tell you guys what. It is not fully mechanically, Miss Ferris is dead right now. The thing has not finished fully killing her yet. So, like, you might be able to save her body or soul if you do something now. Quinn, it's going to be your turn.
I don't know how close it is to dying if this would kill it. You can try though. I'm gonna do inflict wounds on it.
Okay.
So just make a melee attack on it. 18 plus 6?
Yeah, that hits.
It's 4d10 necrotic damage. And 17, 19, 25 necrotic damage.
Go ahead and finish this thing off.
So, as the storm brews over, I reach out my hand to its face and I grab it and just start squeezing as the head just starts disintegrating into my hand.
The tentacle holding Miss Ferris disintegrates. The needle
And
pincer going into her head disintegrates.
I catch her and instantly do Spare the Dying.
Does Spare the Dying affect them if they're already dead, or does it just stabilize them?
Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points.
She's
and is
not living.
fully.
She is
What?
not. She's not alive at all. She's dead. Mechanically, she has died.
He
Okay.
punched him in the head.
Well, I was because I didn't know how many hit points you started off with. I didn't know if that was
No.
you got to like
he had
negative.
40 hit points, and he did 65 damage in one hit.
She didn't get to
super
negative 40, but because of how much damage he did to her, because he took her to 0,
Okay,
mechanically he killed her.
gotcha. That's what I didn't know that. Okay.
I also got stabbed in the fucking forehead.
Yeah, she has a gaping hole in her head. You can see like parts of her brain leaking out.
I mean, I can try cure wounds a couple times, see if you'll come back to life and you'll just be brain dead. I don't know if you want that, so I'm literally just gonna burn your body.
Cool.
Zephyr, you hear in the back of your mind, hey, you want to save your friend?
I kind of start lighting a flame in my hand.
You want to bring her back? I can bring her back.
What will it cost me?
How about everything you make from this job? And we get to go back on our little deal from last night. You don't get any new powers, but we can say I beat you on a little game. A little pride thing for me. Tell you what, I'll even sweeten the deal. Not everything you make from this job was 5,000 divided by 3. That's, you're gonna make like 1,334 coins from it. I'll take 1,000 of that. You get 334, and your friend gets her life back. I can save her.
You got a deal.
Nice. Now just tell everybody next time they're playing cards, they know I'm the best. That's right. As you're Zephyr, as you're prepared to like cast this ball of fire at Miss Ferris's head or Miss Ferris's body, you see like the brain that was kind of like leaking out begins to like flow back into her head. Like you see the brain in her, like the skull begins to reform, the bone regrows, the skin regrows, and she begins to breathe again as you're about to cast this fireball down.
As I bring my hand down, I instantly dissolve the flame and just cast Cure Wounds.
Wow. My head really hurts.
First level, so what?
Miss
1d8?
Ferris, in your brain, you hear, I think you might have a splitting headache, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
That was fucking awful.
that was more painful than the headache.
Get used to it.
What do you mean get used to it?
We'll find out later.
Are you good?
Anybody want to tell me why I'm hearing a small Italian man in my head?
Zephyr, that instantly triggers something from you.
He's your problem now.
What? What do you... Wow. I can't even think straight. My head hurts so much. I feel like a rod just went through my face.
Are you good though? You good to walk by yourself?
Sure.
All right, cool. I'll drop you.
I like kind of like start to get up and I'm like a little woozy, but otherwise I get right back up and I'm like, oh, my fucking head hurts. But yeah, did we win? Did we beat it? As I look down at like the dust particles that are left of it.
Just its,
I only disintegrated the
yeah,
head.
just the head and tentacles disintegrate,
Oh,
except for the
right.
one that Miss Ferris chopped off. That one did not disintegrate. So do you guys just want to like grab your trophy and head back to town, or do you want to investigate behind the rock?
I want to investigate behind the rock.
Okay, so you walk up, roll the rock out of the way, and head down into the what looks to be like a small little cave formation in this this riverbank thing.
I'm behind him and I just cast Produce Flame.
Okay, go ahead and give me investigation checks, the two of you. Miss Ferris, you're probably just like recovering
I'm
still.
I'm just trying to catch my bearings. I can barely see straight.
19.
So what you see, Zephyr, is that there's like, you go down to this little cave, and you saw like the creature outside was very primal, and like you heard in your brain, like it talked like eloquently. It seemed to have some sort of like competence in its mind, but its physical like manifestation was like primal and bestial. But inside you see like the small cave has been decorated with like clothing from people who seem to have gone missing. There's like little trinkets, little pieces of gold that have been like strung about. You can see like the skulls have been like hung up on the wall and organized smallest to biggest. So it looks like there was some sort of like decoration or like organization in here. You see in all the skulls that there's like a hole in some part of it, be it the forehead or the top of the cranium.
Quinn just kind of shivers and just walks right back out.
Okay. And I mean, you see there's like a few knickknacks and things, Zephyr. There's like a couple small coin purses totaling like 50 gold. If you want to snag those.
Definitely.
Okay. But nothing
He's
else.
taking pretty much everything that's not nailed down.
Okay. You get like trinkets and shit. Stuff that family members might want back. Maybe you might get some goodwill or some karma, or maybe you can sell to a fence or something along the way. So you get 50 gold pieces worth of money, and then just some trinkets and shit that seem to have no apparent effect. The rest of you, I'll assume for the trophy you take the tentacle that Miss Ferris chopped off, and you guys can make it back to the town. Today, the barkeep is the one you typically report the bounty to. Who's going in and doing the honors? Or all three of you?
I mean, team effort.
We did it together. Might as well take the pride together. I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but you two saved my skin back there. And my head, apparently. So,
I mean,
they didn't save your skin, honey.
I was about to say I didn't do anything.
You just hear that in your head, Miss Ferris.
I mean, I didn't do anything. I was gonna try to save you, but
Actually, give a little credit to Zephyr here. He's my main man.
main man. That's weird. Wait, you? Zephyr, what did you do that sent me this little man?
Made a deal with him.
A deal for what? What does he want with my brain?
I don't know. I just know that he's the reason you're alive now.
Okay.
that doesn't sound good.
It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it too much, okay?
You sound super shady, and the fact that you're living in my head is very disturbing to me.
I don't live in your head. I can talk in your head, but I don't live in there.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So you can go away for a while then while I recover.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you're up and at 'em, good to go, You're going to have a lot of work to do in the future.
Wait, what?
You got to kill monsters and stuff, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
every time, because I brought you back with my generous power, every time you get a little reward, I'm going to take a little tax, just a little bit. A little bit tax.
Oh, I see how this goes.
You're welcome.
All right, I'm over this. Let's go. I just want to go in and get a reward so that
Real
I
question
can...
before we get your first reward right here, honey. Do you want my tax taken in money or pieces of your soul?
I mean, no. No.
No to which one? You have to pick.
No, I mean, ideally no to both of them.
That's
but
not an
very
option,
clearly
honey.
You have your ability, so...
You will die if I don't get my little tithe.
I have plenty of money. You can have money in taxes. You will not touch my soul.
Just a little 10% of all your earnings. No problem. Perfect.
Fine.
You know what? You'll have 90% more than if you were dead right now.
It is true, little Italian man. You are correct. I just want to get my money so I can have a drink and lay the fuck down.
That's fair enough. You guys, so you make that agreement with them. You head into the barkeep and produce the tentacle. The bartender then goes back to like a vault and says, "All right, now you guys got this." And you produce some of like the stuff from people who were died too, like just stuff that's not worth anything. Zephyr, you kind of grab and say like, to show this was the thing that killed and took all these people. Bartender's like, okay, yeah, well, that makes perfect sense. Goes back to a little vault and pulls out a bag, a large bag, clearly filled with money, emblazoned with the emblem of the High Queen of Verakian. Pulls it, like, sets it down on the counter, evenly splits up the money between the three of you, as even as it can be, and sets these coin purses in front of you. As you go to grab them, Zephyr, you go to grab, and instantly the purse, like, feels a lot lighter. You can see, like, a lot of the coins have disappeared from it. Miss Ferris, you go to grab it. You can feel that a portion of the coins have disappeared from when you picked it up to when you like put it towards your belt and stuff. And you just, Quinn, you just pick up the coin purse. You're all a little over 1,300 gold. More, you were a little over 1,300 gold richer until taxes and stuff. And you guys have slain the beast, rescued another village.
I look at the barkeep, goes, "Hey, need any health potions?"
Okay, well, that was our first episode of Monster Hunters Wanted of Idiots Rolling Dice. That's our new little side quest for whenever we can't play the main campaign for whatever reason. So yeah, it's fun. Expect player deaths. I'm serious. I'm killing them. No mercy. All right. So I am Mimic the Idiot. I'm Dungeon Master. I was joined tonight by Daisy Cakes, who played Miss Ferris, the half-orc barbarian. Mr. Played-a-Fool, who played Zephyr, the warlock, and Vex, who played Quinn, the cleric. That was fun. Expect more of that in the future, like I said. It's going to be whenever we can't play the main campaign, somebody's out of town, somebody's doing something else. Yeah, so I had a great time. I think the players all had a good time. Hopefully you watching or listening to this had a great time as well. You can follow us on social media. Twitter is at erdpod, IRDPOD. And the Instagram and TikTok channels or pages are just Idiots Rolling Dice. Full name of the podcast, no spaces. Hope you're all staying safe. Have a good one.